Anything you truly wish for can begin moving toward reality, but not because wishing alone has power. A wish without discipline is only a pleasant dream. A wish without action disappears the moment life becomes difficult. The people who seem to achieve the impossible are rarely the ones who wished the hardest. They are the ones who transformed their wishes into daily habits, their vision into discipline, and their doubts into determination. The moment your actions begin to reflect your deepest desire, your future starts changing in ways that are almost invisible at first. Many people spend years saying, "I hope my life gets better." Hope is important, but hope is only the beginning. If every day looks exactly like yesterday, why should tomorrow become different? Life responds to consistent effort more than emotional promises. Every morning you wake up with two choices. You can repeat the habits that built your current reality, or you can create new habits that build the reality you truly desire. Every small decision quietly votes for the future you will eventually live. Your mind is the first place where every dream either survives or dies. Before the world tells you that something is impossible, your own thoughts often say it first. You begin questioning yourself before taking the first step. You imagine failure before giving success a chance. You compare yourself with people who have already walked a path you have not even started. The greatest prison is not made of walls. It is built from limiting beliefs repeated so often that they begin to sound like truth. Break those beliefs, and possibilities begin to appear where obstacles once stood. Nothing extraordinary happens until you decide that your excuses are no longer stronger than your purpose. Every excuse feels reasonable in the moment. You are too tired, you are too busy, you will begin tomorrow. You need better circumstances, you need more confidence. Yet tomorrow repeats itself until years have disappeared. Successful people are not those who never feel fear or uncertainty. They simply refuse to let those feelings become permanent decisions. They move forward while fear is still whispering because they understand that courage is not the absence of fear, but the refusal to obey it. If you truly wish for a different life, become a different person. The world changes when you change. Opportunities begin to recognize the person you are becoming. Confidence grows because you have earned it through discipline. Respect follows because your character speaks louder than your words. Peace enters your life because your actions no longer fight against your values. The greatest transformation is never external first. It always begins within. Stop asking whether your dream is possible. Ask whether your habits deserve the dream you want. Every meaningful achievement demands a price. The price is patience when progress feels slow. The price is consistency when motivation disappears. The price is discipline when comfort calls your name. Most people want extraordinary results while living ordinary habits. That is why disappointment follows them. You cannot plant seeds of distraction and expect a harvest of greatness. There will be days when nothing seems to happen. You will work hard without recognition. You will improve without applause. You will continue walking while the destination remains hidden beyond the horizon. Those are the days that shape your future more than the days filled with visible success. Anyone can stay committed when results are obvious. Few remain faithful when only faith and discipline keep them moving, yet those quiet seasons are preparing strength that cannot be developed through comfort. Protect your mind from unnecessary negativity. Every complaint weakens your determination. Every comparison steals your confidence. Every distraction delays your purpose. Guard your attention because wherever your attention goes, your energy follows. Feed your mind with wisdom instead of noise. Spend more time improving yourself than explaining yourself. Let silence become your companion while your actions speak on your behalf. Gratitude is another hidden force behind every meaningful achievement. When you appreciate what you already have, your mind becomes focused instead of desperate. Gratitude does not mean becoming satisfied with mediocrity. It means recognizing today's blessings while continuing to build tomorrow's possibilities. A grateful heart remains steady during difficult seasons because it understands that every challenge carries a lesson hidden beneath discomfort. Do not fear failure. Fear becoming someone who never discovered what was possible because they were unwilling to begin. Every master was once a beginner. Every strong person once struggled. Every confident leader once doubted themselves. The difference is that they continued long enough for growth to replace fear. Every setback became another lesson. Every mistake became another teacher. Every obstacle became another opportunity to become stronger than before. Your words matter because they shape your thinking. Stop speaking as though defeat has already happened. Stop introducing yourself to your own limitations every single day. Speak with responsibility, not fantasy. Tell yourself that you are capable of learning, capable of improving, capable of enduring, and capable of becoming more disciplined than you were yesterday. Your identity grows in the direction of the beliefs you consistently reinforce through thought and action. Success is not attracted by desperation. It is attracted by preparation. Become the kind of person who keeps promises, honors commitments, respects time, controls emotions, and continues growing even when nobody is watching. Let your daily routine become stronger than your temporary feelings. Build a character that remains steady through praise and criticism alike. When your foundation becomes solid, opportunities no longer feel accidental because you have prepared yourself to receive them. The life you wish for is not waiting for a perfect moment. It is waiting for a person who is ready to carry it with wisdom, discipline, humility, and unwavering consistency. Every sunrise gives you another opportunity to become that person. Every decision either strengthens your future or weakens it. Every habit either builds your dream or quietly destroys it. The distance between your present life and the life you desire is crossed one disciplined step at a time until what once seemed impossible becomes the natural result of the person you have patiently chosen to become every single day. Everything you experience in the outer world is first influenced by what exists within you. Before your circumstances change, your thinking changes. Before your relationships improve, your attitude improves. Before success becomes visible, it is quietly built through invisible decisions made every single day. Many people spend their lives trying to rearrange the world around them, while ignoring the one place where every meaningful transformation begins, their own mind. The quality of your inner world determines how you respond to challenges, opportunities, victories, and failures. Two people can face the same obstacle, yet one sees defeat while the other sees a lesson. The difference is not the obstacle itself, but the perspective each person carries. A disciplined mind discovers possibilities, where an undisciplined mind only discovers excuses. Your thoughts become the lens through which you interpret reality, and that interpretation shapes every decision you make. If your mind is filled with fear, you will hesitate even when the opportunity is standing directly in front of you. If your mind is consumed by doubt, you will question your own abilities before anyone else does. If your heart is filled with resentment, even moments of peace will feel incomplete. But when your inner world is rooted in clarity, confidence, and purpose, you begin to notice opportunities that were always there. The world has not changed overnight, you have changed, and because you have changed, your experience of the world changes as well. Every thought you repeatedly entertain becomes a habit. Every habit slowly becomes part of your identity. Your identity eventually determines the choices you make without even thinking about them. This is why lasting success is never created by occasional motivation. It is created by consistent inner discipline. The conversations you have with yourself matter more than the opinions of strangers because you hear your own voice every day. If that voice constantly tells you that you are incapable, unworthy, or unlucky, your actions will quietly begin to reflect those beliefs. Your emotions also shape your reality more than you realize. When you allow anger, jealousy, or bitterness to control your decisions, you surrender your power to circumstances outside your control. Emotional mastery does not mean suppressing your feelings. It means understanding them without allowing them to become your master. A calm mind sees solutions that an anxious mind cannot recognize. Patience reveals opportunities that impatience destroys. Silence often provides answers that endless noise keeps hidden. Your environment certainly influences you, but your inner foundation determines whether that influence becomes your prison or your teacher. Some people grow through hardship because they refuse to let difficulty define them. Others remain trapped by comfortable circumstances because they never challenge themselves. The strongest person is not the one who has lived an easy life. It is the one who has learned to remain steady regardless of external conditions. Inner strength transforms adversity into wisdom instead of allowing adversity to become an excuse. Pay attention to what you feed your mind every day. The books you read, the conversations you entertain, the people you surround yourself with, and the thoughts you repeat all become building blocks of your inner reality. A neglected mind naturally fills itself with distraction and negativity. A trained mind intentionally fills itself with wisdom, gratitude, discipline, and purpose. Just as the body reflects what it consumes, the mind reflects what it consistently absorbs. Most people wait for confidence before taking action, but confidence is usually the reward for action, not the requirement. Every small promise you keep to yourself strengthens your inner world. Every difficult decision you make with integrity builds trust within yourself. Every distraction you overcome increases your ability to remain focused on what truly matters. Over time, these seemingly ordinary moments create an extraordinary foundation that cannot easily be shaken by external events. When your inner world becomes peaceful, you no longer seek constant validation from others. When your inner world becomes disciplined, distractions lose their influence. When your inner world becomes purposeful, temporary setbacks no longer feel like permanent failures. You begin to move through life with quiet certainty because your direction no longer depends on circumstances. Your confidence is no longer borrowed from success or praise. It comes from knowing that your character remains steady regardless of what happens around you. Many people spend their lives chasing success as if it is something constantly running away from them. They chase money, recognition, relationships, status, and approval, believing that if they move fast enough, they will finally catch the life they desire. Yet the harder they chase, the more exhausted they become. Constant pursuit without inner development often leads to frustration because external rewards are temporary. Instead of asking how to chase success, ask a more powerful question: who must I become for success to naturally find me? The greatest transformation begins when you stop measuring your worth by what you possess and start measuring it by who you are becoming. Success is not only the result of reaching a destination, it is the natural outcome of developing qualities that cannot be taken away from you. Discipline, patience, integrity, emotional control, humility, and consistency create a foundation that attracts opportunities without desperate effort. People trust those who are reliable. Opportunities favor those who are prepared. Respect follows those who carry themselves with quiet confidence. Desperation has a way of pushing good things further away. When your actions are driven by fear of missing out or the need to prove yourself, every decision becomes emotionally charged. You become impatient with progress, anxious about comparison, and dependent on the opinions of others. A person who constantly seeks validation gives away their power because their happiness depends on external approval. The moment you stop needing everyone to recognize your value is the moment your presence becomes stronger. There is a difference between working hard and chasing endlessly. Hard work is intentional. Chasing is often fueled by insecurity. A disciplined person wakes up each day committed to becoming a little better than yesterday. They focus on improving their skills, strengthening their character, and honoring their commitments. They understand that results are a consequence of repeated actions rather than wishful thinking. They do not force every door to open. Instead, they prepare themselves so thoroughly that when the right door appears, they are ready to walk through it with confidence. Your habits reveal far more about your future than your dreams. Anyone can imagine a better life, but only those who consistently act in alignment with that vision create lasting change. Every promise you keep to yourself strengthens your self-respect. Every difficult task you complete despite discomfort builds resilience. Every distraction you refuse increases your ability to focus on what truly matters. Over time, these quiet victories shape a person whose character naturally commands respect. Comparison is one of the greatest obstacles to authentic success. When you constantly measure your journey against someone else's achievements, you lose sight of your own purpose. Every person has a different path, different timing, and different lessons to learn. Looking sideways too often distracts you from moving forward. Instead of competing with others, compete with the version of yourself that settled for excuses yesterday. Let your growth become your only meaningful competition. Patience is another quality that attracts success. Many people abandon their efforts because they expect immediate results. Seeds do not become trees overnight, and meaningful transformation does not happen in a single moment. Every day of consistent effort is quietly preparing you for opportunities that cannot yet be seen. What appears to be slow progress is often the invisible construction of a stronger future. Trust the process enough to continue even when no one applauds your efforts. Your energy also influences the people and opportunities you attract. A person who carries gratitude, calmness, and confidence creates an atmosphere that others naturally appreciate. People are drawn to those who remain steady under pressure, rather than those who panic with every challenge. Emotional stability is a form of strength that speaks louder than loud promises or constant self-promotion. You do not need to announce your value when your actions consistently demonstrate it. Become someone who values learning more than comfort. Welcome challenges because they reveal your weaknesses before life turns them into painful lessons. Read more, observe more, listen more, and speak with intention. Build your body, strengthen your mind, and refine your character every single day. Let your standards become higher than your excuses. Let your discipline become stronger than your emotions. Let your integrity remain firm even when no one is watching. When you focus on becoming the kind of person who lives with purpose, keeps promises, embraces responsibility, and continues growing regardless of circumstances, success no longer feels like something distant that must be chased. It begins to appear as the natural result of the person you have patiently and consistently chosen to become through every thought, every habit, and every decision you make each day. The greatest battles you will ever fight are not against other people, difficult circumstances, or unexpected challenges. They are fought within your own mind. Long before the world responds to your actions, your mind decides how you will think, feel, and react. If your thoughts are scattered, your life becomes scattered. If your mind is ruled by fear, every opportunity appears dangerous. If your mind is disciplined, even the most difficult situations become opportunities to grow. This is why true transformation always begins within. Before asking the world to become different, learn to master the only place where you have complete authority, your own mind. Many people believe that changing their environment will solve their problems. They think a new job, a different city, more money, or better circumstances will finally bring peace. Yet wherever they go, they carry the same habits, the same fears, and the same patterns of thinking. External changes may provide temporary relief, but lasting change comes only when the mind learns a new way of seeing the world. A restless mind remains restless even in beautiful surroundings, while a peaceful mind can remain steady in the middle of chaos. Your mind is constantly absorbing information. Every conversation, every video, every opinion, and every experience leaves a mark. If you never choose what enters your mind, someone else will make that choice for you. This is why protecting your attention is one of the highest forms of self-discipline. The mind becomes whatever it repeatedly consumes. Fill it with negativity, and negativity becomes natural. Fill it with wisdom, patience, and purpose, and those qualities begin to shape your character without force. Thoughts have incredible power because they influence every decision you make. A single fearful thought can stop you from taking an opportunity that could change your life. A single confident thought can give you the courage to begin despite uncertainty. The difference between success and failure is often not talent, but the ability to manage the conversations taking place inside your own head. Instead of believing every thought that appears, learn to question it. Ask yourself whether it is helping you grow or keeping you trapped. A disciplined mind does not blindly obey every emotion or impulse. Emotions are valuable teachers, but they should never become your rulers. Anger can reveal what matters to you, but uncontrolled anger destroys judgment. Fear can warn you of danger, but constant fear creates imaginary prisons. Sadness can deepen your understanding of life, but remaining attached to it prevents healing. Mastering your mind does not mean eliminating emotions. It means recognizing them without allowing them to dictate every action. Strength is found in responding with wisdom instead of reacting through impulse. Distraction is one of the greatest enemies of mental mastery. The modern world constantly competes for your attention. Endless notifications, entertainment, comparisons, and noise pull your focus away from what truly matters. Every time your attention is stolen, your energy follows. A distracted mind struggles to create meaningful results because it rarely remains present long enough to develop excellence. Learning to sit quietly, focus deeply, and complete one important task without interruption is becoming a rare skill, yet it is one of the most powerful habits you can build. Your daily habits reveal the condition of your mind. Someone who cannot keep small promises to themselves will struggle to achieve larger goals. Waking up when you said you would, exercising even when motivation disappears, reading instead of endlessly scrolling, and choosing discipline over comfort all strengthen the mind little by little. Mental mastery is not built through dramatic moments. It is built through ordinary decisions repeated with extraordinary consistency. Do not expect the world to reward a person who has not first learned to govern themselves. Leadership begins with self-leadership. Respect begins with self-respect. Confidence begins with self-trust. Every challenge you overcome within yourself prepares you for challenges outside yourself. The world responds differently to someone who carries clarity instead of confusion, patience instead of panic, and purpose instead of distraction. Your presence becomes calmer because your thoughts are no longer controlled by every changing circumstance. When you take responsibility for your mindset instead of blaming situations, you reclaim your power. You stop waiting for perfect conditions and begin creating progress with what you already have. You understand that your greatest freedom is not the ability to control everything around you, but the ability to choose your response to whatever life presents. As your mind becomes stronger, your actions become wiser, your decisions become clearer, your character becomes steadier, and your life begins reflecting the discipline you have patiently cultivated. From within, every person has dreams, ambitions, and quiet desires that live deep within the heart. Many people speak about the life they want, but very few examine whether their daily actions actually move them toward it. There is often a gap between intention and behavior. You may sincerely desire success while repeatedly choosing comfort over discipline. You may wish for peace while feeding your mind with negativity. You may long for confidence while constantly avoiding difficult situations. Your future is not shaped by what you hope for in private, but by what you consistently practice in public and in solitude. When your actions begin to reflect your deepest intention, your life moves with clarity instead of confusion. A strong intention gives direction to your life, but intention alone is never enough. Good intentions without disciplined action remain unrealized possibilities. Every meaningful goal requires commitment that continues long after excitement has faded. Motivation comes and goes like the weather, but intention supported by daily discipline creates lasting transformation. The person who succeeds is not always the most talented. It is often the one whose actions remain faithful to their purpose, even on days when progress feels invisible. Ask yourself what you truly want, not what society expects you to want. Many people spend years chasing goals that were never their own. They pursue status to impress strangers, wealth to satisfy comparison, or recognition to fill an inner emptiness. Eventually, they achieve what they chased only to discover that it does not bring fulfillment. Genuine intention comes from understanding your values. When your actions are guided by what genuinely matters to you, your energy becomes focused because you are no longer divided between your own purpose and someone else's expectations. Clarity is one of the greatest forms of power. A confused mind wastes energy by constantly changing direction. One day it pursues one dream, the next day another. Without clarity, even hard work becomes scattered. Once you understand your deepest intention, simplify your life around it. Remove unnecessary distractions that compete for your attention. Every unnecessary commitment steals time from what matters most. Every unnecessary habit quietly delays the life you wish to build. Simplicity creates space for excellence because your attention is no longer pulled in countless directions. Your habits reveal your true priorities more honestly than your words. Anyone can say they value health, wisdom, or success, but your daily routine exposes what you genuinely believe. If your intention is to become stronger, your habits must include discipline. If your intention is to become wiser, your habits must include learning. If your intention is to live peacefully, your habits must include emotional control. Every repeated action becomes evidence of what you truly value. Your life gradually becomes a reflection of your routine rather than your wishes. There will always be moments when your emotions tempt you away from your purpose. You will feel tired when discipline is required. You will feel uncertain when courage is necessary. You will feel distracted when focus matters most. This is where character is built. Acting according to your deepest intention means refusing to let temporary emotions decide your permanent direction. Feelings are temporary visitors, but your purpose deserves lasting commitment. The strongest people are not those who always feel motivated. They are those who continue acting wisely regardless of how they feel in the moment. Patience is essential because meaningful results rarely appear immediately. Many people abandon their path simply because they cannot see visible progress. They mistake slow growth for failure and quick results for success. Yet the strongest foundations are built quietly beneath the surface before they become visible. Every disciplined action plants a seed that will eventually produce results. Trust grows through consistency, not speed. Continue honoring your intention even when no one notices your effort. Your environment also influences your ability to stay aligned with your purpose. Spend time with people whose values encourage growth rather than distraction. Fill your mind with ideas that strengthen your resolve instead of weakening it. Protect your attention from influences that constantly tempt you away from what matters most. The more your surroundings support your intention, the easier it becomes to remain consistent when challenges arise. Each day offers a new opportunity to choose alignment over convenience. Small decisions may appear insignificant, but they gradually shape your identity. Every promise you keep to yourself strengthens self-respect. Every action that reflects your deepest values increases your confidence because you know your life is moving in the direction you intentionally chose. Instead of allowing circumstances, opinions, or temporary emotions to determine your path, let every thought, every habit, every decision, and every effort become an expression of the purpose that quietly guides your life from within. One of the greatest mistakes people make is believing that every meaningful result should appear immediately. We live in a world that celebrates speed. We expect instant answers, instant success, instant recognition, and instant change. When progress feels slow, many people assume they are failing. They abandon their path just before their efforts begin to produce results. Yet nature teaches a different lesson. A seed does not become a tree in a single day. The strongest roots grow quietly beneath the surface, long before anyone sees the first branch. The same principle applies to your own life. Trust time, remain consistent, and allow your efforts to mature at their own pace. Patience is not passive waiting. It is active confidence. It is continuing your work without demanding immediate rewards. A patient person understands that every worthwhile achievement requires preparation, repetition, and endurance. They do not allow temporary setbacks to convince them that their destination is impossible. Instead, they see each challenge as another opportunity to strengthen their character. The ability to remain committed during seasons when nothing seems to be happening is what separates lasting success from temporary excitement. Consistency is more powerful than occasional intensity. Many people work extremely hard for a few days and then lose focus for weeks. They depend on motivation to carry them forward, forgetting that motivation is temporary. Discipline creates progress because it continues even when enthusiasm disappears. Small actions repeated every day produce extraordinary results over time. Reading a few pages daily builds knowledge. Exercising regularly builds strength. Practicing a skill consistently builds mastery. No single day appears remarkable. but months and years of faithful effort create a transformation that seems almost impossible to those who only notice the final result. Do not underestimate the invisible work taking place beneath the surface. Every disciplined choice strengthens your identity. Every promise you keep to yourself builds self-trust. Every challenge you overcome increases your resilience. These changes may not be immediately visible to others, but they are shaping the person you are becoming. Character develops quietly, confidence grows through repeated action, wisdom forms through experience. The most valuable progress often happens long before external rewards begin to appear. Comparison destroys patience because it convinces you that everyone else is moving faster. You see another person's achievements and begin questioning your own journey. What you often fail to see are the years of preparation, sacrifice, failure, and persistence that made those achievements possible. Every person's timeline is different. Some lessons require more time because they are preparing you for greater responsibility. Focus on your own path instead of measuring your progress against someone else's destination. Your race is not against another person. It is against the version of yourself that wants to give up too soon. There will be moments when your efforts seem unnoticed. You may work diligently while receiving little recognition. You may improve your skills without immediate opportunities appearing. You may remain faithful to your values while others seem to succeed through shortcuts. During these moments, remember that lasting success is built on strong foundations rather than quick victories. Shortcuts often create fragile results, while patient effort creates strength that endures through every season. Every setback has something valuable to teach you if you are willing to learn instead of complain. Failure is rarely the opposite of success. More often, it is part of the process that prepares you for success. Mistakes reveal weaknesses that comfort keeps hidden. Difficult seasons develop qualities that easy seasons never could. Resilience, humility, wisdom, and emotional stability are rarely formed during moments of ease. They are forged when you choose to continue despite uncertainty. Trusting time also means letting go of the need to control every outcome. You control your effort, your attitude, your preparation, and your response. You cannot always control when opportunities appear or how quickly results become visible. Worrying about what lies beyond your control only steals energy from the work you can do today. Place your attention on the present task. Complete today's responsibilities with excellence and allow tomorrow to unfold in its proper season. When your focus shifts from chasing immediate results to becoming consistent in your daily actions, pressure begins to disappear. You stop measuring your life by quick rewards and begin measuring it by faithful progress. Each disciplined day becomes a victory. Each small improvement becomes another brick in the foundation of your future. Time becomes your partner instead of your enemy because you understand that meaningful achievements are not rushed. They are patiently cultivated through countless ordinary moments, repeated with unwavering commitment until the results naturally mature into something far greater than you first imagined. Many people ask for greater success, more influence, deeper relationships, financial abundance, and bigger opportunities. They hope life will suddenly place extraordinary blessings in their hands, yet few stop to ask a more important question. Are you prepared to carry what you are asking for? Every greater opportunity comes with greater responsibility. If you cannot manage what you have today, receiving more tomorrow will only magnify your weaknesses. Growth is not simply about gaining more. It is about becoming the kind of person who can wisely sustain what is gained. Responsibility begins with the smallest areas of life. The way you manage your time, honor your commitments, care for your health, and treat other people reveals your readiness for larger opportunities. Many overlook these ordinary moments because they appear insignificant, but character is built in the quiet decisions no one else notices. Someone who cannot be trusted with small responsibilities will struggle when life offers greater ones. Excellence is not created by dramatic moments. It is created through consistent integrity in everyday actions. Discipline is one of the clearest signs of readiness. A disciplined person does not wait for perfect circumstances before taking action. They understand that emotions rise and fall, but commitments remain. They complete what needs to be done, whether they feel inspired or not. This reliability builds confidence from within because they learn that they can depend on themselves. Every promise kept strengthens self-respect, and every act of consistency prepares them for challenges that require even greater strength. Humility is another quality that allows growth to continue. People often believe that confidence means believing you already know enough, but true confidence is the willingness to keep learning. A humble person listens more than they speak. They welcome correction because they value growth more than pride. They understand that every person they meet has something to teach them. Arrogance closes the mind, while humility keeps it open to wisdom. The more responsibility you carry, the more important it becomes to remain teachable. Gratitude also transforms the way you handle responsibility. Someone who constantly complains about what they have rarely appreciates what they receive next. Gratitude teaches you to value the present instead of endlessly chasing the future. It shifts your attention from scarcity to possibility. When you appreciate today's opportunities, however small they may seem, you develop the mindset required to handle greater ones with care. A grateful person protects what they have instead of taking it for granted. Emotional maturity is essential because greater responsibility always brings greater pressure. Challenges become more complex, decisions affect more people, and expectations increase. If your emotions control your choices, pressure will overwhelm you. Learn to remain calm when situations become uncertain. Learn to pause before reacting. Learn to think clearly even when others panic. A steady mind creates wise decisions, and wise decisions build lasting success. Inner stability becomes one of your greatest strengths because it allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. Integrity is the foundation upon which every meaningful achievement rests. It is easy to act with honesty when everyone is watching. The real test comes when no one would ever know the difference. Integrity means doing what is right, even when it costs you convenience, comfort, or immediate reward. It means your words and actions remain aligned regardless of circumstances. Trust is earned through consistency, and consistency is impossible without integrity guiding every choice. Patience reminds you that preparation often takes longer than expected. Many people become frustrated because opportunities do not arrive as quickly as they imagined. They fail to realize that delays are sometimes seasons of preparation rather than punishment. During these quiet seasons, continue strengthening your character, expanding your knowledge, refining your habits, and improving your discipline. When greater opportunities eventually arrive, you will meet them with confidence instead of fear, because you have already become the person capable of carrying them. Your influence grows naturally when your character grows first. People are drawn to those who lead by example rather than by words alone. Kindness, honesty, discipline, humility, and reliability create a presence that inspires confidence in others. You do not need to demand respect when your actions consistently earn it. Every decision you make quietly shapes your reputation. and over time your reputation becomes a reflection of the values you have practiced every single day. Instead of asking life to give you more, dedicate yourself to becoming more. Become wiser with every lesson, stronger with every challenge, calmer with every difficulty, and more disciplined with every passing day. Let every responsibility you already possess become an opportunity to prove your character. Handle the present with excellence. Remain faithful in the unseen moments. Continue learning with humility and build a life that reflects trustworthiness through every thought, every habit, every decision, and every action you choose each day.